Hi students, welcome to this environmental studies. This is what we have seen the previous video. So this is the place where I stopped. So we have seen the air pollution, the cause of pollution, and how to stop, eradicate this air pollution. And then slowly, so we started looking into this water pollutions, and we have seen what are the different areas which cause water pollution. And then now we are into the slide that which shows the exact water pollution. So now I'm moving on to this. How does it affect this water pollution? So the diseases like cholera, malaria, typhoid, and aquatic life gets destroyed. So these are the areas where that it will be affected because of this water pollution. And let us see how to avoid this water pollution. So rivers should not be used for washing clothes or bathing animals. Harvesting of rainwater to meet water requirements. Dams and embankments must be created. The rivers must not be contaminated. In rivers, the dead bodies should not be thrown. So these are the things that we should avoid. The water pollution. Now coming to this noise pollution. Noise can be simply defined as unwanted sound. So, coming to this, that the basic definition, so very simple definition is any sound which gives an unpleasant and unbearable noise to the human eardrum or animals or living organisms. So that is nothing but the pollutions, and each and every animals and living organisms will have a certain range that it will give a pleasing effect to the ears. So if it goes beyond that, so that kind of unbearable sound is nothing but noise pollution. The sound is pleasant or not depends upon its loudness, duration, rhythm, and the mood of the person. So noise pollution not only results in irritation and anger. So noise levels like decibels, intensity, frequency, periods of exposure, and duration. So now causes of noise pollution: traffic noise, aircraft noise, noise from construction, civil engineering works, noise from the industries, noise from the other sources. Now let us see what are the effects of noise pollution. So it will lead to hearing loss and high pressure and stress, sleep disturbance, and color blindness. Let us see how to avoid this noise pollution. So, our government should ensure the new machines that should be noise proof. Whereas in the case of these automobiles for example, the industries or domestic refrigerators and air conditioners. So earlier there used to be lots of noise, but nowadays all this it has become so noise proof, or the noise has been reduced. Airports must be away from residential area. The sound horn symbol is to be used in school roads, and control noise at scores by proper choice of equipment, design modification, mounting, and proper layout. Isolation or use of baffles, use of ear protection devices. Now coming to this land pollution. So one fourth of area is covered by land. Land is the earth which is occupied by people for shelter, occupation, etc. Okay. So now let us see what are the causes of land pollution. We can classify major sources in the following categories. So one is mining, erosion and quarrying, household garbage, urbanization and concentration of population, municipal solid waste, industrial waste and hazardous waste, uncontrolled land treatment, burning open dumps and forest fires, and deforestations. Now let us see what are the effects of land pollution. The land cannot be used to build houses. Man cannot be farming, so groundwater will get affected. Death of the animals that inhabit the land. So this will, it will be the land pollution will affect these areas. So how to prevent this land pollution? More and more land should be brought under farming. So trees should be planted everywhere. Waste matter should be disposed immediately. Avoid drilling the land for more underground water. Avoid using more fertilizers and pesticides. Integrated solid waste management. Good agricultural practices. Remediation of polluted soils. Prevention of erosion and silting. Containment of hazardous waste and wastewater treatment using land treatment techniques. So there are three principles that we can use: reduce, reuse, and recycle. In this way, we can prevent any sort of pollution. Now, radioactive pollution. This I am not going to into this because in our syllabus it is not mentioned. So let us see. Have a recap on this from the beginning. Yes, we have started this air pollution right from the beginning, right? So we have seen the definition of the pollutions and different types of pollutions, in that air pollution, water, noise, and land pollution. The first four that we have seen, and then so we have seen how what is the atmosphere, and we understood so how it will act, and then different causes and the different areas where air pollution is happening, and how does it affect this air pollution, and what are the areas it will affect. So and then how to avoid this air pollution. So these are the instructions given to us to avoid this air pollution. And then coming to this water pollution, so how do we call it as this water pollution. So how does it look like? So we can see in this slide, and different causes of water pollutions, and so why it is that water is polluted day by day. So different areas that we have seen, and this is the exact picture how the polluted water looks like. And then how does it affect this water pollution for human beings and other animals and all living organisms, and so even that animals which live under the sea, so all these aquatic animals, so for them, so how it that water pollution is affected, and how to avoid this water pollution, so how it can be treated. And then coming to this noise pollution, so what is that noise, how what is the definition of the noise, and then so what are the different levels that we can measure the intensity, frequency, periods of exposure and duration. And then so we'll have seen that causes of noise pollution, so what are the different areas that pollution will be caused. So mainly the traffic, automobiles, aircraft noise, noise from construction, civil engineering works, noise from the industries, noise from other sources and all. So how does it affect these human beings and living organisms? How does it create damage to people? And then how to avoid this noise pollution? What are the areas that we have to look into to avoid this noise pollution? And coming to this last the land pollution. So how much area it is covered by land, and so land is a earth which is occupied by people for shelter and occupation. And what are the different areas that which will cause this land pollutions and all. And then how does it affect, so it will affect a man, farming cannot be done, and groundwater will get affected, dead animals that inhabit the death of the animals that inhabit the land. And these are the prevention of land pollution. So all these things if we follow, at least we can prevent this land which is getting polluted. And these are the different principles, even not only for the land pollution, for any sort of pollutions, that we have to take as a pledge that we have to reduce the pollution, and we have to reuse it, and we have to recycle it. So in that way, so some sort, so we can reduce so different sort of pollutions. So this is all about that. So we have covered so most of the things in this land pollutions, air pollutions, and water pollutions. And so these are the different types of pollutions that we have seen. So so let us take oath that so we need to take oath that at least if not what you call control the pollutions, different sort of pollution, at least we should take an oath that at least it is our responsibility to take an initiative to stop these pollutions, and from our end, let us contribute ourselves from our end to reduce the different types of pollutions which is happening around us, so that will make this place so a very comfortable one for this particular generation and the generations to come. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much.